the Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. Hand off from the shotgun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Up-tempo for the offense. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running back.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Now on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of running room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's going to be just short of the first down. He's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
4th down.
They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
DB's right up on the receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the minute. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll give it to him again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches. feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. Philly starter.
They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCF! Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Moses. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Now on second down after the incompletion. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Tide will get the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The give to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, going up top. Complete downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. The Knights moving quickly to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Jackrabbit.
The lone back's got it. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. The give to the tailback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And wings it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
This time it's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
UCF 10, Alabama 7.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on second down. Fires toward the target. Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
He started this drive in great field position now, needing to convert on 3rd and 2. Direct snap. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Alabama pushing the tempo. Snap it to the back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he's looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Offense.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Knights are on the move.
42, Spider. Go!
Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13.
Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
The Knights trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Come on, set. Lizzie.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
Got it.
Third and goal coming up here. Motion from the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down.
Timber. Cricket. Go. Go.
He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the left. He's off to the races. Touchdown tie. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half. But I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Fair catch called for and made. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay.
He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown Knights! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corners are going to bail. He'll start this drive firing. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score Alabama 21, UCF 16.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to power their way ahead. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the ground with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Headed to the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Appalachian State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 35 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Knights want to pick up the tempo.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Release to the back. And the timing just a hair off. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Knights in the hurry up. Out of the gun to give to the back.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy game, and I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing, they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He'll bring it out. It's Moses. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. A little release to the back. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They keep attacking through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play because that was a critical turnover.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can...
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.